everyone, so today I've decided that I'm going to film a tutorial on how to be Merida from the film Brave, and I'm just going to get started. And I've just put my fringe back and a curvy, and let's go! So the first thing I'm going to do is mix my NARS Sheer Glow and Laura Mercier together, as I want this to last a fair whack of time. Basically last year I did this look because I live in a place where they have like a kind of gala day, which is like a big parade, and like everyone gets to dress up and stuff, and I just went to work in this. And this year I'm not doing it, but I wanted to recreate the look, because if you ever need to go to a costume party or a Disney themed thing and want to be Merida, then this is a good look. So I'm just going to buff this into my face with a buffing brush. This isn't Real Techniques, it's Wilkinson's own make. They don't actually do this range anymore, they do a different range, which I think they might have had to change the design, maybe because of copyright. I don't actually know why they changed the design, but they don't actually do even the same shape brushes anymore, and it's really devastating because I love these brushes so much, and their new range doesn't have a buffing brush like this. As much as I like the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques, it's more long in shape as opposed to like circular, and I prefer a more circular buffing brush, and I like it to be quite dense. Not too dense that you can't buff, but quite dense. Okay, so next I'm going to take my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade number 1 Fair, and I'm just putting it on the back of my hand for any spots, and I'm just going to go straight under my eyes with the dofer. The reason that you go on the back of your hand for spots is just so you don't contaminate this little dofer applicator, because you can wash a face brush easily, but you can't really wash this very easily. Otherwise you'll end up with like runny water liquid in your concealer, and that would not be fun. And then once you're quite happy with that, you just go ahead and use the same brush that you use for your foundation just to blend it in. I like to stipple it in as opposed to buffing it, because I feel for concealer that you're just rubbing it straight back off if you do that. Okay, so now I'm taking the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade 001 Transparent, and I'm just taking a big fluffy brush just to put this onto my face. Again, I'm not really doing circular motions or anything, as I find that actually takes off some of the powder. I like to kind of push it in to the skin, because then that makes your foundation last longer. It's the same idea as if you were using a puff, where you would kind of dab it and roll it onto your face. Instead of like doing that with a sponge, you're doing the same with the brush. I'm back. I've done one eye already, and I'm just going to show you on the other eye what I did to the first eye. So I've got my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. My hand is not long enough to cover this mirror. I'm going to be using the shade Cobbler, which is this kind of shimmery shade. And Merida doesn't really wear a lot of makeup, as Merida is a 16-year-old girl. She doesn't really wear makeup. I know a lot of 16-year-old girls nowadays wear loads of makeup, but not in Merida times. So our eyes are kind of browny in shade, so I'm just keeping it very subtle, and I'm just going to put this shade all over my lid. And then I'm going to take a different brush, same type of brush but a clean one, and I'm just going to use the shade Charmed I'm Sure, which is a really kind of cocoa-y brown colour, and I'm just going to apply that in the outer V, but very very lightly. And because I need to blend this loads, because it is quite a strong colour even though I've not put that much on, I'm going to take a clean fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to mega blend it, and I'm just going to blend it up into the crease as well until I'm happy with it. And if you need to, you can also use your finger just to kind of dab a bit off and lighten it up a bit, because Merida's makeup is very very subtle. I'm also just going to take a little bit of the Charmed I'm Sure underneath my bottom lash line. I'm just looking up as I do this. Find it the easiest way to get it under. Now I'm going to move on to eyeliner. So I'm just going to use a little gel liner, and I'm only going to put it on the top lash line, and I'm only going to do it very very close to the lash line, because I don't want it to make it look as if I'm actually wearing any eyeliner at all. just going to take my eyelash curlers and just going to squeeze it for about 10 seconds. I like to do like small kind of presses onto them. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Falsies mascara, and I like to coat the top of my eyelashes first, because if you get any fallback from your eyeshadow, you can still see that when you wear mascara. A lot of people don't know you're supposed to do this, but you just look down and coat the top of your eyelashes, and then you can look up and start doing it normally. I'm one of these skilled people that don't have to open their mouths to do mascara. Haha. Okay, so now I'm doing my eyebrows. I've already done this one. I'm using my Beauty UK palette as always, and I'm just mixing the ashy shade and the cocoa shade, and I'm just filling them in very subtly again, because as I said, Merida doesn't really look as if she's wearing much makeup at all, so you just need to keep it very, very subtle. I don't like the slug eyebrow look anyway, so yeah. I always find it dead stressful doing my own eyebrows. I can do other people's really well, but my own eyebrows need like mega work done. They need plucked and stuff, but I have a serious fear of it. I'm a big wimp. Okay, so I've been and got changed now. I'll show you my full outfit when I'm done. But I'm now on to contour, if I can find it. There we go. So I'm just using my Real Techniques contour brush and the Tanya Burke Peachy Glow Cheek palette, and I'm using the shade Beach Bronze to contour because I'm pale and normal contour palettes are too dark for my skin tone. And to blend it all in, the best way is just to suck in your cheeks like a fish, like this. And I like to take it up my temples and across my forehead as well. Next I'm going to take the blush shade, which is Peach Apricot, and I'm just going to smile like a demented person and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. It's just a really subtle peachy glow, and it gives you a healthy kind of look to your skin. Because I look dead half the time, so blusher is always good for me. Next I'm going to take the shade Champagne Shimmer, which is a highlighter, and I'm just going to take it on the same brush and put it on my cheekbones as well. It's just a very subtle shimmer. I'm also taking a little bit of the highlighter on my finger and just going to put it on my nose and my cupid's bow, and a little bit in the tear ducts of my eyes. Not the actual tear ducts, but like the inner corner. Inner corner, that's the one, not tear ducts. Don't put it in there, that would hurt. Now because Merida doesn't really look as if she's wearing any makeup, I'm only going to put on a tiny little bit of lipstick, and I'm just going to use my Very Victoria one that I always use because I absolutely love it. And I'm just blotting it on as opposed to putting on the full colour by rubbing it, because that would bring out too much colour. And that's the finished look. I hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to show you a wig that I got. If I take the fringe out my hair, the curvy out my fringe. Wow. My hair is naturally quite Merida, but it's not very ginger, so I will put on the wig and I'll be back. And this is the finished look. I absolutely love this crazy wig, it's huge. I got it off Amazon, just in case you are wondering where you get a wig like this. And I got my green maxi dress off of eBay. It never came with the belt, I just had the belt in the house. And this is my how to look like Merida tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another video, which might be another Merida video, but it won't be a lookalike video. It will be a maybe cover. Let's hope. If it works. So, bye!